Hey guys, it's Eric with Midgard Arms again. So the T-Eagle scope I bought from eBay right here, I was put it on my 224 Valkyrie, but I had a buddy who offered me more than I could refuse for the rifle. So I told him I had to keep scope just to keep up the review and everything else on this thing. So I ended up selling the rifle. So I've been trying to wait for a project that I have going on right now to get finished, but I'm getting a little impatient. I'm building a custom Mauser, of course, but it's going to be in 25-284. It's going to be a bench gun, lightweight. It's got kind of a medium weight varmint barrel on it, and I just got the stock shipped off a couple days ago. Once that gets in, I'll take pictures, post it up to the Facebook page, maybe make a video of it. It's from Richard's Microfit Gun Stocks. Beautiful stock, can't wait to see it. But anyway, so in the meantime, while I'm waiting to finish that project, I'm going to put that scope on this right here. It's my Ruger M77 Mark II, and this is in 6mm Remington. Okay, so excellent little varmint caliber. You can shoot up to 100 grain, 105 grain, 107 grain. I think it's got a 1-9 twist barrel. It's just like a 243, but it's a little bit cooler. I'll explain that to you a little bit. But anyway, I'm going to get this scope mounted on this one, and then right now I've just got my sight mark on it right now. Thing holds pretty good zero on this thing, no problem. I did the cheap scopes, you know, quote unquote cheap scopes video, and this was probably one of my #1 picks. I mean, it is my #1 pick for under 100 bucks. I got this guy for 70 bucks on eBay shopping around, but excellent rifle. So just to keep you guys updated, I will be posting a video. I loaded up some ammo for it this evening right after work, and I'm gonna take it out tomorrow. I'll try to post some video, try to get some pictures and everything else. But so don't need to bore you with mounting the scope. So I'm gonna talk to you guys about the 6mm. Okay, it's essentially a 243. Hang on. So I'm a love for obscure calibers. It's one of the reasons why I just absolutely love 25-06. It's still one of those mainstream, but it is obscure calibers. You know, it's one of those things you'll find on the shelf at most sporting goods stores. But if you want to run into a Walmart or mom and pop shop or something that just sells, you know, a little bit of stuff, you probably won't ever see 25-06. But this here, I've been wanting to get one for a long time. I just picked up this rifle. I got it in a trade. Local gun classifieds here in Idaho. I got the gun itself, so I traded a 25-06 rifle for this. And but the caliber itself, absolutely love it. So back in 1955, Remington came out with the 6mm. That's what this is. And Winchester came out with a 243. Okay, as you can see, almost identical. 243, short and fat. It's not like short mag fat, but it's a little bit fatter than the 6mm Remington. Everybody, I'm sure, knows that 243 is based on the 308 case, neck down to 6mm caliber or 243 inches. And the 6mm, back in the 50s, the go-to round for a lot of wildcats, such as a 257 Roberts, 6mm Remington. They had even a 22x57. So these are all based off of the 7x57 Mauser. Okay, so otherwise known as a 7mm Rigby. So a lot of people don't know that. I'm a connoisseur of stupid knowledge that everybody should know. I love researching. But so the only thing that you gain with this 6mm over the 243 is a little bit of case capacity, and look at the lengths of the neck. Okay, so try to line up the lengths of the neck. The length of the neck on the 6mm Remington is longer than the 243, so this means that you can set the bullet out a lot deeper. So if you have like this rifle here, pretty long throat on it. So if you have a long throat and you do your hand loads, you can get the 105 grain Berger VLDs set out that much right here. It is, you will need long action when you start doing that. This is still considered short action on the 243, but the 6mm best suited in a long action just because of the longer case. To me, I'm not a proponent of, hey, those milliseconds save me. millisecond's a millisecond. If you're judging yourself in milliseconds, I mean, you need to get a new hobby in my book. But anywho, the 6mm Remington, like I said, came out in 1955. It was Remington's answer to the 243 Winchester, right? So the thing that put the nail in the coffin for this, it originally came out known as the 244 Remington, okay? And it came out with a 1 in 12 twist barrel. So it was designed to be a long-range, flat-shooting varmint rifle. Okay, that's why Remington put out the 244 Remington. When everybody started catching on, saying, "Hey, that's a performer here, but this other guy made by Winchester is a performer also." The Winchester went out and made it in a 1 in 10 twist barrel or a 1 in 9 twist barrel, and I can stabilize 105 grain ammo, and I can use it for shooting deer as well. You know, I can shoot 100, 105, even the 107 grains. I didn't have that back then, but you know, 100 grain bullets, 95, 100, 105s. I can stabilize those things quite well in this one because it's got a faster twist barrel, and I can shoot the same bullets out of from the 6mm Remington, and I can have an all-around gun that's going to be shooting for deer. I can give it to my kids to shoot deer. I can use it for long-range varminting. I can shoot rock chucks. I can shoot ground squirrels. I can shoot ground hogs. I can do everything with this one, where this one's limited to only long-range varmint. So a couple years later, I think it was around 1960, 1958, 1960, somewhere in there, Remington realized the error of their ways and came out, renamed it, rebranded it as the 6mm Remington. Gave it a 1 in 9 twist barrel, and started offering it in loads with 100 grain bullets so they can try to capitalize on what the 243 was doing. So at that time, though, a couple years in, before they can switch everything and before they can gain any traction back from slipping, the damage is already done. So the 243 from that point on kind of skyrocketed. Everybody thought of the 244 and the 6mm Remington as why. We already have the 243. There's a million guns chambered for it, and it kind of went the way of the dust, you know, just kind of went to the wayside. But still prevalent. Remington a couple years ago, probably 6-7 years ago now, they came out with their special edition Model 700 chambered in the 6mm Remington. It's still a very viable caliber, still good as it was back in 1958 when they changed it to the 1 in 9 twist barrels. You can shoot just like a 243, you can shoot deer and everything else. And if you're a hand loader, really a hand loader's dream. I mean, everything about this case, between case capacity and case length, neck length and everything else, you can really set those bullets out. You can really get into the lands of those things on those tangent ogive bullets and everything else. I mean, you can really get these get the performance out of this. And if you actually improve this guy, throw a straight wall the case and run it through a Ackley chamber, shoot it through an Ackley chamber, do the 40-degree shoulder on that. Oh man, that's a champion right there. A lot of people used to use that for using the Ackley chambers and stuff, even the 6mm Remington in general, for long range matches until they came up with, you know, your 6x47 Lapuas and your 6mm PPCs and stuff like that. So, I mean, very popular for that one just because of the case neck length and the case capacity in here. You can really get those guys screaming. Based on reloading data, I got a 70 grain bullet, nozzler ballistic tip, purple tip in this guy. I'm going to use it for just shooting coyotes and probably targets. But this guy here, you're running about 3,577 feet per second. Using IMR 4350 powder. That's according to the reloading book. And the 243, about 100 feet per second less. Okay. It's honestly negligible when you start talking that ways, but when you start putting the bullet out to the land, you get more case capacity. You can add more powder. You can get more velocity. These guys here, like I said, don't have a chronograph, but I'm going to try to borrow one from a buddy of mine, chronograph these guys out, and put it up against my 243 as well. Hopefully get some numbers on that. But anyway, just wanted to run through you guys on what the 6mm Remington is. Still an excellent caliber. In my opinion, it's more performance based than the 243. Might not be as, you know, readily available and easy to find is $243, and it's honestly, you're better off hand loading this thing than you are buying it in the stores. You can get the PPU ammo made in Serbia or something like that for around 20 bucks a box. But if you're getting Federal Premium or even the Federal Blue Box, I mean, you're at $35 plus a box. Cheapest I found in Boise was $25 a box, and that was at one of the stores up there that sells new and used ammo. They get it and stuff. So kind of skeptical that might have been used ammo, but yeah. Anyway, still a good caliber. I'm going to take this guy right now off camera. I'm going to put my T-Eagle scope on it. Continue that review. Had a few people messaging me about that, so I'm going to try to get that done. I will post more video as I test it. Like I said, I'm going to take it out tomorrow and go from there. All right, you guys. Y'all have a great night.